we're going to pick up in the vessel with 4 individuals who now have a disabled AI in their possession. The battery unit has been detached from the back of this AI. And I'm talking, this is a really like ramshackle, old looking AI system. The head of it almost looks like an old camcorder that's been kind of attached to this other body. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, what was that movie with Johnny Five? Do you guys...
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. It's a little bit of an AI unit kind of like that. A little bit more ramshackle in a way. Its face doesn't really have facial expressions. It's more of just like an old digital, big boxy camcorder type thing. And you guys currently have it in your possession in the Omen. What is the conversation like here as you guys just got done finishing searching it for any physical evidence of some type of tracking device? What do you guys do?
So, should we mess with it now or later?
The marvel of technology. You can't just mess with it. You have to love it. Tenderly. As I hug the robot's little head.
Noah kicks the chases. It's just a robot.
Don't say that. He will hear it. Okay, robot buddy. You're not just a robot.
Pretty sure it can't hear anything at the moment and has no power.
Never know. What if it's conscious?
Do you think it's dreaming?
Maybe. Do robots dream of electrical sheep?
Noah eyes Manta, but decides better of it.
Does anybody else think that robots dream? I think they do.
I don't think they do.
No? Why don't you think that they do? I mean, maybe not all of them, but I think the smarter ones might.
You think this one's smart?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was just programmed to say that one phrase over and over again, but really it's like a super smart machine thing? I don't know much about robots.
I don't want to risk reactivating it while we're still here, so maybe we'll put them away for now and work on them when we have some time later.
It's a good idea. I also don't think we have the necessary materials to like rewire it to listen to us.
So we need to get some, don't we?
Well, here's the thing though. I only have 20 hollows, so anybody got money?
I got 20.
That makes it 40.
I also have 20.
That makes it 60. I'm doing math. Look at me.
I have about the same.
You have 60 hollows or 20 hollows?
20.
Okay, 80.
Some change.
What could we get with 80 hollows that could help solve this?
No idea.
Noah.
While I have you guys here, I am going to take you, if you are logged into the Roll20, I am going to take you guys to a new map to show you what the inside of your vessel looks like.
Ooh.
So I will move the player flag over so that everybody should be able to see this.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Are you guys able to, so you guys can see the whole thing, right? Top and
Yeah.
bottom? Okay, so that just gives you kind of like the basis. I did put the stuff that you guys rolled from the character sheet down at the bottom, so that way that would be present on that as well. I am going to pull that up for our friends on YouTube land to see as I switch over to the map. I probably won't be able to get it all on the screen for them just because of the way that it is vertically placed there, but I'm going to try my best for you guys over in YouTube land.
So, just so everybody knows, the mess room with the couch, that is where Manta is like almost all the time.
I'm glad.
What you do have to imagine though is you do have to imagine this still is a very cramped space, even though it does look pretty open here. Imagine like the ceilings aren't very tall. There's computer systems and a lot of other tech and stuff that stick out of the walls in awkward places, so you have to kind of like scoot around them. You can't just walk like in a straight line down the hall. You have to do all these like little turns and twists and contortions of your body just to move throughout your spacecraft. If you look on the lower floor, the storage area is much smaller than what is indicated on the map, because the storage is actually an additional module that you would have to get attached to your spacecraft. It does not come with a starting spacecraft. So you can expand it to something more in that size. It's on the map, but this was kind of the closest map I could find to what you guys had purchased and what you guys are dealing with here.
So let's go prop him up in the mess on the couch.
Okay.
Right next to Manta.
I think that's a good idea. He'll sleep nice and comfortable. Maybe
Yes.
have good dreams.
So we prop him up on the couch, and I would try to find something to not camouflage him, but make him look natural on the couch, like he's supposed to be there.
We
Okay,
have like a blanket or something?
Yeah.
sure. Does somebody have
Lampshade over the head.
that is awesome. Yes.
I have a set of workwear. I'm just gonna put my set of workwear on his body.
Nice.
To make
Yes.
him look like a little sleeping lamp man.
I love it. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, you're able to do that, kind of disguise him sitting there. Noah, what are you doing with the battery pack that you detached from it?
I am going to hold on to it in my inventory for the time being.
Okay. Gotcha.
So did anybody find anything interesting about our current job?
The only thing I know is that he likes power, and he doesn't have, or we don't know if he has any kind of family or not.
Yeah.
So if we,
Oh, you know what I found out though last time? Not necessarily related to that guy. Well, I guess kind of related, but there are apparently some sort of pirates in space. And they're super mean. They're like attacking everything apparently and like stealing things. Very, very dangerous. But I think they stole some stuff from him, or maybe from somebody that works for him. So maybe we could like, I don't know, become pirates? That was my conclusion from that conversation.
and we
Pirates?
Yeah, doesn't that sound nice? Like stealing things from... Oh, guess when I'm saying it out loud doesn't sound so nice.
No.
Sounds nice for us, but not for other people.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Should I put myself or other people first? Always with the
Yourself.
philosophical questions. Thanks for the answer. I will. See.
I
Okay,
think stealing is a good way to make a lot of enemies.
and a lot of money.
Money? Enemies? I don't know.
Yeah, we should be fine. But
Yeah.
don't you find a little friend, Dev? He's been gone for a little while.
Yeah, we should go look for him.
Who
Make
knows
sure
what
he's
happened?
okay.
Does anyone even know where he went?
Yeah. I don't know where he went.
Last time we know is that he went to find a job.
Where would he look for one?
Didn't we see boards with jobs posted?
That's true, but aren't there like many boards with jobs posted? I guess he may have looked for something engineering related. He wanted to tinker with the ship, or with the robots, I think, last time.
It's a start.
Yeah,
Should we go check it out?
I think that's a good idea. I hope nobody spaced him like we did to our captain.
That
Well-
would be unfortunate.
I know, but you know what happens. Sometimes you just gotta float in space.
All he has to do is talk. He'll be fine. So we're going to the back to the was it a pub?
Yeah?
Was it the pub or just the main area with the job boards?
Maybe mess hall? I don't remember.
Hmm. No, the pub was where I won some money. I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Nebulous. Nebulous
Nebulous.
was where we were. Gambling, hole in the wall place.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yes.
you won some money.
Nah. I just got
Sorry, is there an equivalent of an inside check in this world?
First
I
one,
would say everyone succeeds because that was pretty obvious.
I mean, if you don't want to share your money, that's fine.
No,
You don't
I
have to
haven't-
lie about it, though.
I did not
What
lie.
happened to the last person who tried to hide stuff from us?
Mm,
Yeah, we're,
Yeah.
we're a big family.
Yeah, we're
wait,
such
first
a
of all,
big...
I did not lie about it. I said I had $20 and a little change on the side. That's all I said. Never lie. Never gave you the exact amount. Two different
little
things.
change. How much is that little change?
That's my business.
Oh, is it now?
Yes, I guess. Should we just go look for death before he dies or something? Gets killed. He needs to.
That is a
head down,
great
like-
that is a great segue as we pan across the space station to zoom in on Devland, who is with an individual named Brady. And you guys are actually in an area that is filled with shelving units, metal shelving units, with parts, junk materials, broken items laying on workbenches. It looks like a bunch of materials that have been salvaged for God knows how many years. Just been sitting in this storage compartment. There are, what's the equivalent of like fluorescent lighting beaming down, some of them flickering in the corners. And you guys are just walking around looking through all this junk. And he picks up another thing and is like, we're going to be here for hours. And tosses it over his shoulder and you hear it go back behind you.
Don't talk like that. Gotta have a good outlook on this. How many hoses did you say that you ran with your team?
Oh, I just got the one.
Just the one?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to risk it. I mean, I'm putting my neck on the line as it is.
Well, if we can find two, at least two, that would be obviously one, but two would be better. So we can have an alternate source if need be, if things go awry. Or if a part breaks, then we can switch it out.
Okay. Why don't you go there, look, and I'll look over here. And why don't you go ahead and I want you to roll. And we're going to let's call this a tech check. But I'm going to give you advantage because you have his help on your roll.
All right. D20, right?
D20, add your tech score.
Yeah. I cannot roll. I got a 1, so add 1, I got a 2.
You get to roll twice because you have advantage because he's helping you. So you can roll a second time and take the bigger number, which anything will be better than your 1.
Don't tempt me.
Except for another one.
5.
5
So
plus 1 is 6. Plus 1. So
can I use a void point to re-roll again?
That's a good question. Can you use void points if you already had advantage on the roll? I don't know. Let me check the official rules.
Page 38.
Page 38. Void points. Void points. Using void points. 1 void point can be used to gain advantage on an ability check or attack roll, or activate a cosmic mutation. It doesn't specifically say anywhere.
I would assume since it says gain advantage, if you already had advantage, you can't gain another advantage.
Yeah, I would
I
assume
mean, at least that's
that
going
too.
by the theory of like, D&D. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's a completely different system. So
Fair enough.
Right, yeah, I would say in this instance you probably cannot, but what you do is you gain your 4th void point.
I am going to roll over a 10 tonight. I promise.
Sure. I'll believe it when I see it.
So ultimately, you guys are searching for about 30 minutes. And within that 30 minutes, I think the other group might actually be tracking your location and be able to find you in this salvage yard, basically. So as you're making your rounds, you're looking through things. Not an O-ring clamp that would fit this. You find some that are definitely like too big. You find some that are broken, bent, beat up. That you just don't think you can make any of these work. And then all of a sudden, it seems like your 4 companions enter the salvage yard room. And you guys are reunited with your friend Brady as well, as Brady's getting very frustrated that he cannot find any parts that will work for what you guys need.
Oh, good. You guys made it. Brady, this is part of my crew. Guys, just so you know,
waves to everybody.
we're looking for 2 parts. If you guys can help, it helps with the job that I'm working on right now to help repair one of the fuel cells. Brady, this is Andromeda. We got Dawn, we got Noah, and we got Manta the robot. And so so guys, this is what we're looking for. And we're looking for
Did you
another
just
one
call
of these.
me the robot?
Well, you're an AI, right?
Very sensitive.
I
about
am
that.
not an. Okay, we're gonna have a talk about this later when we get back to the ship. I am not an AI.
So you're
It's a very-
sentient.
Yes, I am a normal person, just with robot arms.
So we are looking for these 2 parts, not broken or bent. If you guys want to take a look, we tried. We didn't really see anything, but maybe your guys' eyes are better than ours.
Okay.
Sure, I'll help.
You guys
I'll
gonna?
help
You
you
guys
out.
want to help look around the salvage compartment? here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay in the side because I'm a selfish bee for some reason. So I'm just gonna keep myself.
Are you gonna
Standing on the
Are you
wall.
gonna pretend to look, or are you just not looking?
I'm just gonna pretend.
Okay.
Wow.
Is there anything around that I could maybe dismantle for some parts for my little AI project?
Oh, go ahead and make a tech roll, Noah. And I will say that you're doing that. You are helping Devland, but you have your own little ideas in mind. So I'm going to say this is going to overshadow that a little bit.
So my tech is a 3, and my roll is a 16, 17, 18, 19.
You actually do find a couple pieces that you think would definitely help in. I guess what kind of parts would you want the robot to do?
To be able to hold conversation, to be able to assist with ship operation.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you find a couple of parts you think it's going to definitely be piecemealed and have to take a lot of work, but you do think that you will be able to do it.
So 2 parts.
Yep. I would say like 2 spare parts worth of materials that you could put into the AI. Andromeda,
I would look and be like, what are you doing? We don't need those parts.
Noah's like pocketing all this stuff.
We don't need them for you.
What do you need them for?
I'll show you when we get back. I think you're going to have some fun.
Listen, if we get caught taking these parts,
Brady
you
comes.
actually-
Brady walks over to hearing that, Devlin. He's like, "Wait, you guys got to be careful taking parts. This all belongs to Xanta."
Yeah, we already got in trouble once in a little bit by a big giant blue AI robot. Apparently, it's one of the ones I guess might be like super AI or something. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
So what y'all are doing is entirely on the up and up.
Brady
No.
just looks at you, Devlin, and looks back at Noah.
It's okay.
We'll
Yeah,
explain.
And so will I.
I mean,
So
meanwhile,
go ahead, Don.
meanwhile they're looking, right? He mentioned that there was one of those big robots outside.
Mhm.
Is the robot still close by? One of Santa's robots still close by, or they moved away?
Who are you asking?
Well, I'm asking you as a person, like a game master.
Well, that
So,
would you would have to ask one of them for that question.
my bad.
Yeah.
It's been a long day for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dev, you mentioned that you saw one of those big blue robots that you almost got in trouble with. Do you know if it's still around?
I didn't get in trouble almost. It was Brady. I was just trying to assist and smoothing things over.
I understand, but that's not why I asked.
I
You
know. I'll look. I just kind of peek my head out and look, and I don't see anything shiny out there.
Well, this salvage storage unit, imagine a large open garage area that has stairs that lead up. I can't remember what it's called, but if you remember, like in a garage or some kind of workplace, how they have the metal steps that you can see through. It's just like metal grating. I'm not sure. What do you call that? What is that called? When there's just like this clear metal grating, it goes around the outside. Somebody in chat, if you know it.
Catwalk.
Yeah, kind of like a catwalk type thing, but it's made out of metal. I can't remember what it's called. But the storage unit is actually up there on top, so you could actually peek out and down and look around where you guys were and see if anything is out there. And you peek out, and it looks as if that AI unit is still there, present, and talking to that Mr. Morgan fellow that had the kind of plastic iPad thing in his hand.
In that case, then I would point him out and go, "There he is. That's the one."
Thank you.
And that's the Mr. Morgan. He's the supervisor over here. But anyway, we got to make sure we got to find these parts so I can finish this job so we can get some more hollows. And then I'll let you guys in on a little bit of the scoop once Brady is no longer present.
How many hollows are we talking?
I don't want to be too greedy and say 500, but I would probably say it's probably about like 50 to 60.
Okay. Manta, are you sleeping again?
No. No.
Manta, why don't you help me look for that part that they're looking for so we can both kind of find something, I guess?
What part? What's going on?
The rank thing, I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
mechanic stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure.
Good morning.
I don't think it's morning, but good morning.
As you guys are getting prepared to go look, you do notice that descending from the ceiling of this place is two floating mechanical balls.
Oh my god, it's a Star Wars robot.
And they're just kind of hovering, and one is on the right side of the room, one is on the left. And they just start, there's lights kind of blinking on them, and they start to float around. And they start to like look at parts, and they start to scan codes off the parts. And they just go and they start to just slowly float, and they go to different sections, and you see one stop, and then all of a sudden a little blue scanner light just, flashes out and scans across the part. And then the scan dissipates. You hear a couple beeps from the little floating bot, and it continues just to move around.
Maybe we can ask the robots to find the part we're looking for.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's well, I won't ask someone, but maybe we can just go up to it and just try asking.
Hey, Mr. Robot Creature, Floaty Head. Tentacle bot?
it turns around. You could see there is a little kind of, you know how R2-D2 had that little like camera lens that was on the side? It just looks at you through that camera lens, and you just hear it beep a few times towards you.
I think it communicates with beeps. Anybody know beep? Very serious language.
I don't know beep, but maybe try showing it and see if you point and kind of point to the area behind us.
Do you have the part, the broken part, or whatever we're looking for?
Yeah, right here.
Cool. We'll show it to the robot.
Oh, it's blue scanner. Scans the part. A couple green lights flash in the face of it. It beeps excitedly. It starts to float rapidly towards the back right-hand corner of the salvaging unit.
Follow the robot, I guess.
Okay. You guys follow the bot to the corner where it indeed takes you to the exact part, not bent, not broken. It seems like it's still attached to another hose unit, but it's just kind of like a metal O-ring that's attached to the end of it. There appears to be only one here. It illuminates with a light that kind of on the side of the bot illuminates where the part is for you.
I'm going to start working on that, getting it off, and then I'm going to hand the other part that I'm looking for to Andromeda. And so, here, do this one.
Oh, okay. And I will lift up the other part towards him. He's such a good bot.
Which other part? Which other part are you holding up again?
So the O-ring is for the original job, and then we're looking for that little adapter that'll help change. What was it? Bypass the sensor with the parts for fuel, and we can make it fail or leak.
Okay, got it. So you hold up that that little piece of tech that is missing some pieces to it. It scans it, but then you see red lights blink on the bot, and it seems to beep with a just kind of a depressed beep 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 beep, you know, kind of
They're out of stock.
They're out of stock. It wishes it could help you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bot. I didn't mean to disappoint you. I only disappoint my parents.
All of you
If
heard
only
that,
we
by
could,
the way.
if we could repair this one part, then it would help us try and. But I don't know what we need to fix it.
Well, why don't we ask Noah? Maybe he'll know how to repair it.
Yeah, he was grabbing some other parts, so.
You leave my parts alone.
I'm not touching your parts. I'm talking about this part specifically that I'm handing to you. Would you be able to fix that part?
Well, I've never seen it before, but I could try to take a look at it.
Well, it's broken anyway, so
No harm. Only get more broken.
Exactly.
You need this done now, or
sooner rather than later would be preferred.
Okay.
If we have to go back to the ship for parts or something like that, we can do that. But if there's anything else here, low key, that we can easily walk out of here with.
Manta, you see over on the side, in a location where Noah was fidgeting around with some parts and pulling things off, the other hoverbot that you weren't speaking to is trying to scan something. It scans it, and you hear it just go, it like flashes yellow a little bit and goes beep 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 beep, and then it tries to scan the part again, and it does the same thing about 3 or 4 times.
I'm just gonna walk over there. I'm not gonna say anything. Just gonna walk over there and see what that part is. Then what is it trying to scan?
It seems to be just trying to scan a part that Noah had taken some pieces off of.
Oh.
And it seems like it's not getting the green light. It's just getting yellow, and it's very confused.
It's just gonna kind of like push it underneath other parts. That way, it just doesn't like goes off somewhere else, so the bot goes away.
So Manta reaches out and tucks the part back behind some other pieces.
Yep.
Slowly, the top half of the bot just goes towards your face while you're doing this. And you can see its lens just staring right at your mask. Beep, 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 beep. And it scans your face. It goes and flashes yellow. Beep, 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 beep.
I don't know what you're saying. You didn't see that part there.
It turns towards
away.
where the part was.
Shoot.
Then turns back to you.
Shoot. I'm just gonna try and like
You're
shoot it
shooting
like
it away. You bump the body, goes. Poof. It's like floating away a little bit.
And I'm just gonna kind of like look around and see if anybody was like watching. I'm just gonna slowly walk back over to the group.
Okay.
Did I see that happen?
Yeah, everybody's in the room saw it happen. Yes.
Noah's gonna silently walk backwards out of the room.
Okay.
Right next to Noah.
Brady, I said we got the initial part. We're gonna try and fix the other part of the sensor. We're gonna head back to our ship and see if we can get this fixed up. How about you go meet up with your guys, and I'm gonna go get this O-ring installed on the job so I can close it out real quick,
Okay.
and then we're gonna try and fix the secondary part, and then I'll meet you back here in about, well, not here, but maybe in the job board area in about an hour.
An hour? Okay. Yeah. I can go meet up with them. Yeah. Sure. Just be careful out there, okay?
Yeah. Nope. And we're our ship is in dock, whatever number we're in.
Oh, yeah.
Brady looks at you and he's like, "There's a lot of docks here, man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys were in A1.
A1.
Yeah.
1A. 1A.
1A.
I didn't pass school,
A1's,
okay?
yeah. A1's the steak sauce. We're in 1A. Brady's like, yeah. Did you tell him just to meet at the job board, or did you tell him to meet at your docking?
Told him to meet at the job board.
Job board, got it. All right. Sure. I'm gonna. I need to get out of here and take a little break anyway. So.
Sounds good. I appreciate the help.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for everything, and thanks for stepping in through all that.
Of course, here for you. Like I said, we're gonna see if we can get this sensor fixed. If we can, we're gonna be in business. And if it's not, then we'll see what the next steps are.
Thanks, Dev. I'll see you in about an hour.
Sounds good. See you in an hour.
He kind of makes his way out of the storage area, makes his way down the steps and out towards, kind of the main area where you guys had come from.
All right, guys. I'm gonna head up and just quickly finish this O-ring real quick, get it attached, and then I'll run back to the ship with you guys. Is that what you guys want to do next?
Sounds good.
I'll just go ahead and get this tightened up real quick, sealed up, and go get the cash out, and then close the job out, Mr. Morgan, and then meet you back at the ship.
Hey.
Sounds good.
Right? You start running. Cool. You guys make your way back. You guys going back to the ship, or you guys?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are starting to make your way back to the ship. Don wanted to stop me for something. He gave me the 1 second.
Yeah. If we Yeah. So before when we walking around, I'm like, so remember I found out, or one of us found out, like Mr. Santa has 4 big robots that he sends out to people and bullies them. We have one here next to the shipment that we're in. Should we stop by and try to get some information from him with the? Oh,
I'm
Noah,
gonna-
can you help me get some information?
I'm also going to show you guys in Roll20 a image of what this AI looks like.
Oh,
Dang.
Oh hell no! I ain't talking to that.
And
Bionicles.
as soon as we walk by and we see him, we go like, "Yep, back to the ship."
Yeah, imagine more of a blue glow, like where it looks very metallic in the picture that I'm showing you. Imagine more of like a plastic kind of coating over top that has this illumination of a blue glow about the whole thing.
How are we even supposed to
Hook something. up.
USB that thing?
Yeah,
there has to be a slot somewhere.
the back of the head.
What are you gonna do? Hold it down and try to stick it in?
I don't know.
I
Something
mean,
we
there, in the chest, there's like a little pointy hole. It looks like a hole between the 2 chests.
And how do you get it there without being killed in the process?
Is there a way we can like shut it down temporarily?
That thing looks like it could just crush you with one hand.
I don't think that's a take the battery pack out situation.
Yeah, definitely not. That has to be some more subtle, maybe situation of doing things.
That
I
one
don't
seems smarter.
What if we shock it? Short circuit it for a second or something.
Not a bad
With-
idea, actually.
How would you do that?
Yeah, we need
Maybe we could buy something that has the electrical charge in it.
Is there anywhere
a
water
taser.
here?
I do have this
Or
battery
throw
pack.
water on, or throw water on it.
Yeah, maybe it's not waterproof. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it could be. I mean, it's really advanced, so it looks
Yeah.
like it might be waterproof.
I have an idea.
Okay.
What is it?
All right.
I pull out the battery pack and like, if I can rig this, we got ourselves a taser.
Perfect.
Like it.
We're a good team. Let's just try not to shock ourselves.
Oh,
That might suck.
Ooh, there's no promises there.
While
so I
you
guess we're headed.
while you guys are doing that, I think Devlin was headed down to the piping. So what you're gonna do is you're going to try to repair this. So I
Man.
need you to go ahead and make a repair roll for me, and I'm actually gonna roll a d6 for this one.
She wants you to stay with Steph.
All right, D6.
Well,
Or
okay,
for you?
I'll roll the d6 because that's basically
Okay.
how long it's gonna take you to do this. And you have to make a tech check for me. Would you like to spend a void point to gain advantage on your roll?
Absolutely.
All right. Here you go.
You can do this. Come on, above a 10.
Oh, I got my other D20 in here. Maybe that'll help.
Nice.
I got a 5
Oh god.
and a 13.
Oh,
13.
yeah.
What's your tech?
1, so that's 14.
14
Oh,
is a
yeah.
success.
Yes.
So the good news is you're going to be able to repair this O-ring. A little bit of a bad news is it's going to take you an hour.
30 minutes with my ability.
Oh, 30 minutes with your ability that you've got. What was your ability again? You can repair things half the time?
Half the time.
Sweet. Yeah, so there you go. Using your ability, it will take you 30 minutes to complete the task. It's just the parts are old. Some of them are kind of rusty, and there's all this like crud that's kind of underneath that you got to scrape clear before you can even get a clear seal with the O-ring and everything. And attaching the thing, just all these old parts, they're junk, and you're trying to make them fit together. Just takes a little bit longer than, like, for you, it's a lot easier than most, but still takes a little bit of tweaking and making sure that you get it in the right position to work. But yeah, in about 30 minutes, you're going to be set to go. Within that 30 minutes, the rest of you are heading back to the vessel. I would say about 10 of that 30 minutes would just be you guys kind of getting back there. Because it is a big area where you at Kenar 62. You guys make your way back to Docking Bay 1A, where you're able to get back onto the OMEN. And what do you guys want to do? You guys got about 20 minutes while Devlin's still tinkering in the fueling bay.
I got a few things I think I want to try. I'll need your helps.
What do you need?
Let's set up our little companion boy on the table here. So we'll plop him up on the table. And describe what this thing actually looks like, since he's not like the other ones. Humanoid?
He's humanoid. The legs look like they came from 2 different, possibly even 3 different robots. The pieces must have been broken and somebody just took something off of another robot and attached it in a way that would just work.
Okay. I'm going to dismantle the lower half of this thing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a tech roll for me.
I gotta not do a good roll sometimes. This will probably be it. That is a nat 20.
Natural 20. Very good. Let me double check on, I think, repairs, dismantling. Let's see. Let me double check dismantling. Electronics, and this will be technically electronic. Pick apart weapon. Gives 1 unit of components and takes about 1d6 hours. Oh boy.
6 hours.
I rolled a 5.
Oh gosh.
So I think what the problem is some of these pieces are welded together awkwardly, and you're having trouble finding. I mean, you're going to succeed. You're finding trouble finding all the tools quickly, so it's taking you a little longer than you'd expect. But I would say probably with the help of your team there, because you have 4 other members that are around. Would anybody else Manta would like to help? Okay.
No, Manta's asleep.
Oh, Manta's asleep.
3 other people.
3 other young. Manta's passed out. Manta's passed out on the couch on the other side while you guys are working on this robot on the table. Very good.
I will help out. I have a 2 tech.
All right,
Andromeda, the other robot, not that one.
Oh.
Andromeda, go ahead and make a tech roll for me, please, and let's see how good of how much help you can provide to Noah.
Total of 12.
A 12 plus is it? That's it.
Yeah.
12. 12 is exactly what you need to succeed on an ability check in this game. So it's always 12 to succeed. So I would say you're going to decrease the time by 2 hours.
Okay.
So with you guys working, you'll help too?
Yeah.
Oh, Don's stepping forward. He's actually going to get in there and help. Go ahead and roll your tech roll, Don. 5. All right, Don, congratulations. You gain a void point. And unfortunately, Don does not reduce the hours that it takes. So it will take 3 hours to dismantle the whole lower half of this. It's just a lot of some parts you've never seen before, some parts that are so common that you've seen on tons of AI bots. It's just they stuck it all together. Nobody was really putting any thought into this. They were just trying to make it work.
Yeah. So what I'm ultimately looking for by doing this is 1, any type of components that may help me repair this piece that I'm going to have to repair, and 2, any type of metal rod / pole type things.
Well, you'll definitely be able to find metal rods. There's a lot of those here, so that will be easy. It's going to be hard to find the piece that Devland wants you to find. You think the only way you're going to find that piece is if you basically make this AI unit disabled. Like, you're going to have to take parts from its head and sensory units to be able to do what Devland wants to do.
And am I back yet or no?
You will be back. You're going to walk in right as Dawn and Noah and Andromeda are all hovering over this thing, yanking on parts of its legs, pulling pins, taking tools, and just smacking the kneecaps of this thing. All while you see no sign of Manta. But then when you walk around the bend, you see Manta is passed out on the other side of the couch, just on the other side of where all this is happening. Doesn't seem to have, all the loud noise and everything that's happening doesn't seem to have any effect on his ability to be able to sleep through it.
Good to know. That's critical information right there. So first off would be, how many hollows would I have gotten from that job?
That job...
5.
Yeah.
That job paid you out 50 hollows.
Sweet. I would say the minute I open the door and I see all this, like I have the money in my hand and I'm all excited, and I just see everyone ripping everything apart, and I just had kind of like a stunned look on my face and just kind of drop my arms to the side and just go, what's going on?
It's better not to ask questions sometimes.
We're outfishing our anger.
No, isn't these one of these the AI robots that come and like register us?
It is, but it's not active right now. I hold up the battery pack.
And then
But
behind you, Dawn just rips something and a spring goes, flies around across the room.
But doesn't the station have records of where these things go?
It may. But it didn't come in here before we took it.
Was it at what point did you take it?
Out there somewhere.
Anyway, back to the whole point with the part before I just go sit in the corner. So Brady and his team siphon gas and sell it on the side. Now we have a couple of different options here. One, we can help them by getting that part that I gave you to work. What it'll do is override the sensors and it'll give false numbers. And we can make it fail, shut off, release to make it look like whatever we need to. So we can siphon fuel for our ship, siphon fuel for them, and then also make it just fail and break so that way gas just leaks and covers it up. Or I found out that Xanta will pay good money for turning people in who are looking to do ill will.
So you want to turn in Brady?
Wait, how much?
Potentially.
How much?
I'm not sure yet. But depending on how we set it up, we could have the sensor work for a while and then show it works and then feed that information to Xanta for a reward. Or we can just have the sensor not work, have them still install it, and we rat them out from the get-go before any more involvement. So we have a couple of different plays.
That could get us close enough to looking at these AI.
And we could turn in 663 regents as well with Mia and turn over the virus and get 2 for 1.
But Xanta is a bad guy. We've established that. Like, he's not a good person. The Regents and this poor man named Brady seem like they're fairly, well, besides trying to siphon gas, decent people. And I personally would hate to see something bad happen to them. And we all know that Xanta would 100% kill them.
Didn't you want to become a pirate, though?
Well, listen, I don't want to kill people. I just want to rob them.
You wouldn't kill them.
Hold on, we literally just sent somebody outside in space.
Well, that's different. He was a very, very bad person. I wouldn't be against, like, sending Xanta out to space. You know, he clearly deserves a little nice trip out into the grand abyss. But I don't want to send Brady into space. He seemed so genuine and, like, cute and little.
I don't trust anybody. Take advantage of whatever we can, as long as we plan it out.
I'm with Dev. We could use the money.
could use the money, but we could also earn the money by just doing the job for the regions, and then get further contracts from the regions.
Get further contracts from Xanta.
With
But
more
those
money.
are likely gonna involve killing people. Are you willing to sacrifice your moral code for
What
more
moral
money?
code?
Code.
Oh God.
You're aware of my warrant, right?
Yeah, but that weren't, like the people that are chasing after you are bad people. You're not a bad person. Well, now that line is kind of crossing, but I don't know. That's the thing. Like, if we send all these people to their deaths willingly, what does that make us?
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah, but that also makes us
But
bad.
don't you want to go on a space adventure in our
Yes,
ship
but
and
not
fly around?
not
We
at a
can go to
cost.
new systems, new
Not at-
people.
See, but that's the thing. Once we tie up to the fact that like we're working with Xanta, I don't think we're going to go to new places. I think we're gonna go to one place only, and that's gonna be like killing a whole bunch of people for him, or hurting a whole bunch of people who are not deserving of it.
I think we need to maybe go to a vote on what we want to do then as a group.
Oh, you're awake.
Oh, now
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta be awake.
yes. I was just talking. Anyways,
You guys in the background hear a loud pop as it seems that Noah has pulled a leg off of the bot.
That's exactly what I needed.
Oh,
So we're gonna take a vote.
We want to help Xanta or not help Xanta. Do we want to do this in an open thing, or we want to write down on like a piece of paper or something, so it's like anonymous?
is it Alcoholics Anonymous? We're not alcoholics,
No.
but some of us
Okay.
might not be.
So, we're gonna raise our hands. Who wants to help Xanta?
Oh my God.
We're not evil. My vote's that way so we can get closer to take him down from the inside.
Yeah, but that still means sacrificing people, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Who says we have to actually do it? We may get the job to, but maybe that's when we make our move.
Technically, we're not sacrificing them. What we're doing is giving them up, and Santa decides what to do. We're not gonna be there, so we're not gonna watch.
You're
I'm fine.
Those same people could do the same thing to us.
That's true.
You got to think we have a job. We've already contracted out to do a job. So if we turn in Brady and his group, that helps us complete our job that we do have.
who's to say Brady hasn't already turned on us?
Exactly.
Also true. So we might as well do it first.
And we could play it both ways. If we can get the part ready, we can steal the fuel, maybe gain trust with them, and then turn them in. So we get fuel and money and rapport and getting close to Xanta.
But we talk about Brady. What about Mia?
I definitely don't want to do
Well-
anything bad to Mia.
I think we've already personally have accepted a job, so I think we should see that job through. And then, after we do that job, then we can see what we want to do after that.
We deal with Mia. I'm okay with it.
All right, so we're going to attempt to siphon some fuel and then turn in Brady and then get close to the bots and then see if we can maybe plug into one of them. Is that the tentative game plan?
I think that is the game plan.
Yes, sir.
All right, well then that just leaves one thing, which is Noah, whether or not you can get that fixed, or do we have to fake it? Because if we can't get it fixed, we're gonna have to make it look like it's ready, and we won't get any fuel, but we can at least have them install it and then turn them in.
So then, a couple of questions. The parts that I dismantled at the junkyard, is that going to help me repair this thing at all?
I think those were for the robot, is what you said. And I think the parts that we need for the part are on the actual robot itself.
Yeah, so basically, in order to fix this part, you would basically be dismantling your AI unit.
You're asking me to give up one of my only friends for you to have some gas money.
Well, no, we get gas, and we get money.
What about my friend?
We'll find more parts. Who knows, Xanto, after he pays us, maybe we can just buy one of his robots.
Oh, he could just give us one.
Or, yeah.
As we pan down to Noah's friend who is missing one leg, and bolts and other pieces are just laying around on the table.
Noah, a single tear comes out of his eye and says, I wish I would have gotten to know you. And he starts taking apart the pieces to get the part needed.
Okay. All right. So, Noah, you basically move from the lower torso to start ripping apart like the side panels of the face of the unit of this thing and start disconnecting wires and going through. There's a lot of junk in here. There's a lot of wires. There's a lot of relays. There's a lot of just different units, computer units and things that you're going to have to kind of sift through for a little while. During that time, you guys hear the buzzer for the airlock. As it seems that someone in the lobby is ringing the doorbell to the airlock.
Lampshade! Lampshade!
You guys, doesn't one of you have some kind of like big like space blanket?
I got a parachute.
You can throw a parachute over the table.
I'm gonna take the parachute out and just chuck it over.
Devland throws a parachute over the table as Noah starts to panic.
I'm gonna put the actual parachute on and make it look like it was just like an accident where it just kind of shot out the back.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna answer the door.
Okay. So you go out the airlock to answer the door. And when you do, you see on the other side, there are 3 individuals. One of them you recognize as Brady. Brady and also the... let me see if I can go ahead and get a new song here. Here we go. Brady is standing there with a shorter female who has straight, very dark hair that has purple streaks in it, bangs that kind of come just above her eyebrows. She has pigtails that kind of poke off at either side. She's wearing a lot of purple accented clothing and a black leather jacket that seems to have a bunch of chains hanging off of it. Tight, kind of black tights that have purple diamonds all the way up both sides, and very tall black leather boots. Next to her is an individual who is wearing, they look like very round kind of welding goggles with a little bit of green lights blinking on each side. Red hair that seems to spike up like Guile from Street Fighter 2. And is wearing a very dirty looking trench coat. Really scruffy looking fellow. Short, stout, stubble on the chin. And those 3 are standing at the doorstep of your airlock as you open the door.
Ah, Brady. Perfect. Come in.
Oh, yeah, Dev. I know you wanted us to meet you at the job board, but I heard you say that you were in Docking Bay 1A, so I just figured it was getting kind of late, so I just figured...
No, this is perfect. I'll show you what's going on. Don't mind the parachute.
Oh.
And I escort them all in.
Oh, God, that's a pretty nice parachute. Where'd you find one like that?
An old friend who no longer needed it decided to go on a little trip, and so kind of took it from him after he left.
Oh, gotcha. Well, anyway, I just wanted to introduce you guys to, this is Mavie, and he points to the girl with the pigtails. And this is Cameron, and points to the guy with the really tall red hair.
Awesome. Pleasure to meet you. Andromeda, Dawn, Noah, Manta, and I'm Devland. So, to give you a little bit of scoop on the work that we've been doing, I just unveil the parachute and I show him the android. And I go, we took this android, took the parts, and now we're working on building that sensor for you.
Oh, I recognize that bot. That's
Yep,
that's the one that kind of like takes care of all the docking bays for Guyana. What are you doing with it?
We're borrowing it for some parts. This is part of the work that I told you about that we're pretty good at, and we are working on right now finishing this sensor for you to go and implement on that tube, so we can go ahead and get this party started.
You hear a pop, and bubblegum is covering the face of Mavie, and she just takes her tongue and she like scrapes it off of her face and just starts saying, "These guys are good. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And then Cameron, the guy with the really tall red hair, he's putting his fingers together like this, and you can see he's got black gloves on that have all the fingers cut out, and he starts like putting his fingers together like this, and he goes and he walks over and he starts like looking at the bot and looking at all the pieces that Noah has taken off. He picks up one of the legs and goes,
I slap his hand.
Don't worry. Just don't mess with Noah right now.
Easy, Cam, easy. These guys are good. Good job, Brady. Good job. Brady's like, I'm telling you, these guys came at the perfect time. They're gonna help us out.
Like I said, we're gonna get this part set it up, and then we're gonna hand it over to you guys, and you just let us know what you need from us after that. We'll help you. We'll keep an eye out. We'll do whatever you need, and while you guys go and install it and get it all ready.
Oh, you want me to install that?
Well, yeah, you guys already know the tube and everything else, and know where it's all out.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Dev. Like, you see Cameron over there? And you watch Cam, he's like hovering over Noah's shoulder going he's our tech guy, and he kind of gave me the directions on how to run the pipe. That tech might be over my head, and I don't know if I trust Cameron to do it. I mean, look at him. He just gets too damn excited.
Hey, Noah, how easy is it for them to just go ahead and attach that to the pipe? Is there anything complicated to it, or do you think it'll be pretty easy to slap on?
I think it'll be pretty easy to slap on.
Well, there we go. I think we could kind of walk through kind of how it would work, on a different pipe, just kind of to show you real quick of how it would just kind of latch onto it, and then we can once you see how it works, we can do the real thing later.
Okay.
That way we can do kind of a dry run.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to make me a check, Devlin, and because Noah helped you, I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll. This is gonna be a savvy check.
Oh crap!
But you do have advantage.
Okay, the first one is an 8 with a -3, so that's 5. The second one is a 3 with a -3, so that's 0.
You can sense a very deep hesitation in Brady. It's like he wants to say, yeah, it'll be a piece of cake, but he kind of looks at you and says, Well, maybe if you show me how, but as of right now, I really have my doubts. I mean, like I said, Cameron's the only guy that's really be able to talk me through anything, and I just get real nervous.
Yeah, no problem. We can just we can all, me, you, and Noah, go ahead and get another pipe fitting job. And then while we're doing it, we'll show you where it slots in. And then that way you can see it, and then easy peasy.
Oh, all right. Do you guys want us to just hang out for a while?
No.
Well, it's a little tight in here. You know, with the parachute and all.
Meanwhile, over in the corner where you threw the parachute out, you see Mavie has got like the parachute up. Her bubble gun kind of pops again. It's like, yeah, this is really nice.
Just, yeah. But no, what do you say? We check in over at the board in about another hour, so we can see what the progress is like going on. We're getting this part, and then you can keep an eye out for any jobs in regards to those rings to see if one comes up. And that way, when one does, you can grab it, let us know, and then we can walk you through it, and then see where we're at fixing the part.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I'm good with that. Mavie, Cameron, you guys cool with that? Totally. I got it. And then you hear Cameron's like, he's like, at first, and he's like, I want to kind of stay here. I just want to stay here. This is really some really cool tech.
Well, unfortunately, this only allows for 5 people at a time, plus an AI. And so it gets a little tight with just that many people. But otherwise, we totally would. If one of us weren't here, we would totally let you stay.
Oh, fine. He kind of rubbing his hand from where Noah slapped him. And he slowly starts making his way out the airlock. And one thing that you notice when he turns around on the back of his, or actually on like the shoulder, he has this patch like sewn on his shoulder. It's just like a silhouette of a scorpion.
This is the door shut.
Yeah, they all seem to walk out and are going to meet with you at the job board in an hour, according to what Devland had planned out with what you guys want to do.
I do not trust those guys at all right now.
That's why they'll be easy. Go ahead.
I'm okay with Brady, but I definitely think that guy was, like, really weird.
No one touched that leg. His fingerprints are on it.
Ugh.
I told you. Easy fall, guys.
Easy money.
So we'll take some cloth and move the leg over to a new space. Even though, like, my fingerprints would be on it, if I'm the one taking it and giving it to someone,
Yep.
Maybe that'll be okay. So let's get to work on making this part.
Whatever you need from me.
I'll help you.
Okay. So my question to you guys is, would you all like to make individual rolls? I will let you do that, or if you would like to just give Noah advantage on the roll, you guys can do that.
I'm giving him the roll.
Okay.
Watch, since you gave it to me, it's not going to work now.
And I will say
right.
that since he's helping you, if you succeed, I will allow his special ability about repairing things to apply to this roll.
All right, so I have advantage, right?
You have advantage.
All right, roll number 1 is a 17, 18, 19, 20.
That's going to be enough to succeed, and I only rolled a 1 on the d6, so minus the 30 minutes. It will only take you 30 minutes to rig this up. But now you have a AI unit that's just basically a pile of spare parts.
Good. In the meantime, since I have some extra time now, I'd like to take a little bit of the wiring and attach it to the battery pack.
Okay.
And see if I can make a little one-shot taser out of it.
Okay. I would say that would be an additional roll. So you make an additional tech roll for that.
I'll help him with that one.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and make it with advantage with Andromeda's help?
That's a 3, so 6 so far, and 19.
19. That will also succeed, but this time I rolled a 2. So it's going to take you 2 hours to put this together with the parts. You're just kind of basically, it's just the time of finding the parts and making it work. You have to do a couple test runs of it to see if it's actually going to run, but it will take you about 2 hours. You guys said you were going to meet the other group in an hour. So depends on what
I'll
you guys
hang out
would
and
like to
keep
do.
on building.
You keep out. So Andromeda, if she's offering the help, she's going to have to stay with you for that time as well.
Okay.
Okay, you stay.
Then I'll ask Noah to show me how to install it.
Yeah.
Real quick, so that way I know, that way I can go, at least go with them on the job to show them where to install it on the ring.
Okay.
And so Noah kind of takes a mocking diagram of how it should be looking and shows a little cap that comes off and a place where you would plug in the sensor right on the board.
Okay.
Simple, easy peasy.
And then would I actually take the device with me, or would I just go dry run it without it? Or is there enough parts to kind of show what it would look like as a prototype?
You don't really have the exact parts. You have whatever parts you got like laying on that table currently right now. So you could make something that closely represents, but may not be exactly what they will see whenever they try to install it.
So I'll try and rig that up then.
Okay.
That way Noah can work on the other stuff.
Okay. You've got some parts that you think will help to at least symbolize where this part goes and how you install it. And like I said, it's not going to be a perfect... It's not going to be like, here's the exact thing, just insert it like this. It's not going to be like that. But it'll be close enough. What about Manta and Dawn? What are you guys thinking about doing here as we're getting a plan together? It looks as if Andromeda and Noah are busy trying to rig something to this battery pack now. They're hooking wires to it and other things.
Well, what I was thinking is, who should we send to inform the AIs and what was his name?
Sandman?
Yes, him. About this operation that's going on. That
I say me and you go.
Sure.
We'll make it simple.
I would like to get a look at this individual's face, so that works for me.
Yeah, I actually want to meet this guy too. So me and you should come up with a plan.
Well, we
Go.
wait. I think we wait until after Devland and gets back. That way, we don't tell them, and then they find Devland there with them.
Wait, hold on. Should we send somebody with Stefan to help him out, or should we both go to Saturn?
Well, I think we shouldn't be with them if we're going to go turn the other people in. Because then if we're seen with them, it might be a little fishy. So
True.
I'm thinking we wait until we hear from Devlin that it's already installed, and then we can go and talk to this guy.
I'm okay with that. You okay with that, Dev?
Noah and Andromeda sound good to you?
Sure.
Do you need the leg yet?
That's good.
The leg?
It has, what's his name again's fingerprints on it?
Right. I mean, it could help. I don't have fingerprints. Do you think we could wipe yours off? Do you remember
You know how
what
to
you
find
touched?
I touch this thing all over. My fingerprints are all over it.
Didn't they touch the parachute? The girl? I forgot the
She
girl's name.
did hold the parachute.
That's an
Cut.
expensive parachute.
There'll be more money coming.
But
I mean,
maybe we can make the story that they're the ones that junked the AI, and they found this leg just sitting there.
Yeah.
But that would need to be me turning it in because my fingerprints are on it.
Well, you
Yeah.
could go with us then.
If
You
I'm
be the
done.
one. You be
I
the
say
one
my-
holding.
My fingerprints are going to be on the parachute.
Well, I don't think we turn in the parachute. I think we just turn in
Okay.
the leg.
Okay, then that, yep. And then the question becomes, do we want to siphon gas first for our ship?
How long do you think that would take?
How long do you think that would take, Michael?
Well, you would probably have to communicate a little bit more with Brady because it seemed like there was an elaborate operation when it came into the siphoning. It seems
Okay.
as if when he talked to you before, they actually had people on the outside of Kenar 62, maybe other members of his gang, while he was inside, and the gas was going elsewhere. So,
Sounds like a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just
Get
Forget
it
about the-
operational.
forget about the siphoning gas part and then just turn them in.
Yeah, wait till they're in progress.
All right,
So-
sounds like we're going to plan.
Works for me.
So, to recap, I need to make sure I get this right. Noah's staying with Andromeda to fix the thing that he's doing. Dev is going to with Brady to help him install this piece of machinery that he has.
We're doing the test run on a job with the fake piece first, so he knows how to do it. Then he will go and install it.
Thank you for installing.
Yeah.
And then me, Manta, and Noah are taking the leg.
Take the
It's
leg,
like-
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. Go back to my corner now.
Okay. So you guys are going to go ahead, the three of you are going to walk out of the airlock. And you guys are going to go with Devland first, right? Is that
No,
what-
I think Devlin's going by himself.
Devlin goes by himself. Okay.
So us four, I think, are staying on the ship.
You guys are staying at the
basically.
ship. Okay. So Devlin makes his way out after about an hour and starts to head towards the job board. Devlin, you can see in the hallway as you're walking down, you've walked past a few airlocks. An AI unit similar to the one that had the blue glow from the garage, that's glowing with more of a yellow hue, is at an airlock. The airlock is open and there's some individuals there, and they're engaged in a conversation. And you can overhear the AI unit saying, "Our airlock security unit has not reported. Have you seen the airlock security unit?" And then you see the people that are standing on the other side of the airlock. No, I haven't seen it. I mean, it was doing its rounds earlier. I really don't know. If you see it, please file a digital report. Thank you. And it just looks at the person, takes one step back, turns on its heel to the side, and then begins to walk down towards the next airlock.
At this point, I'm going to speed up and try and get to Brady as fast as possible.